Hey guys, hope you're having a beautiful day. So today I have something pretty special, like I always do. But this one is really special in my opinion. I sat down with this client on Friday. He has a pretty special case where he has more money than time. He has a full-time job. He's making multiple six figures, 20K a month. When he mentioned it to me that he was, he had access to that much capital every single month, I was like, you should not be scaling like most people do. What most people do when they're starting out is they have more time than money and they build things out slowly. They start by hiring setters, doing outreach themselves, or they start also doing a lot of things they do it themselves because they don't have enough capital to be able to allocate to their business. But in this situation, he has more money than time. I ended up breaking down how I would personally go to structuring a company and building a company from the ground up. Instead of trying to do things, take things slowly, I would actually build a company based on the target of building a company that's making 25K profit per month, because his goal is to replace his current job. I literally built out a whole organization chart where we go over marketing, how marketing should be structured, how much capital should be allocated to marketing, sales, how much money should be allocated to a closer as an example. We went over his operations. Does he need editors? Does he need creative directors? We went over, maybe an appointment center manager and all these things, webinar experts, because his offer is around generating attention for, founders, experts, consultants, and coaches with content, driving that attention into a specific group, doing appointment setting or consulting them on how to leverage appointment setters to convert that attention into sales calls, and also how to leverage webinars, right? So built the whole organization thing. If you're someone who is in the same position as him, where you have more money than time, then this is going to be a really amazing video for you to check out, because when you do look at the numbers, because I did go break down the numbers, how many clients he needs, how much should be allocated to operations, marketing, sales. If he does build this whole thing out, it's inevitable for him not to be, making over 50K per month, bringing in 25K profit or more. So yeah, this is how most people who actually have seen success end up building companies. Like for me, if I'm building a company, I'm not going to start up by like doing outreach myself. I'm not going to start up by fulfilling myself. I'm not going to start up by running ads myself. I'm not, because the goal is to build a system that provides value to the marketplace, and you get the marketplace exchanges currencies for the value. So enjoy this video. All I ask you is please like, comment, leave a comment below if you enjoyed this video, and get to implementing. All right, so let's go over this. So first things first, we need to just figure out something that creates 25K a month in profit. We'll just work with 25K first. In order for something to have 25K profit, we probably need a company that's doing at least 50K a month, right?
Yeah.
Monthly revenue. So 25K profit, average retainer, let's put it at 3K a month. That means you need, so 50K divided by 3K. That means you need like 16 clients per month. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the goal is to acquire 16 clients at 3.3K a month. And then you've replaced your job profit wise, and you don't even have to do anything, right? Now, we have 25K to allocate to the following activities. So 25K buys you 25K a month, right? We need marketing, which is growth team, which can be made up of VAs or GSs, right?
Are you saying my out of pocket will be 25K altogether, and we're trying to figure out what we can do with that? Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly. So you were kind of like, hey, this 50K, we need 50% margins. You get the margins. Now, the 25K that is expense is what actually buys you this, and fulfills on the actual system.
Got it.
Okay. So we have marketing, we have sales, we have fulfillment, or, operations. I personally like to do 25% on all these too, and then 25% on operations. So what we need to do is, so this is like closer, and this is, customer success, which is like onboarding specialist, let's say editors, or specialist, right? So this takes up 25%. This combined takes up 25% too, right? I would probably do like 12% here. And then I would do like another 12, 13% here for marketing. Now, what does that actually represent in cash? So here, this is going to cost us 6,250. This is, you know, this shouldn't even be there, but like, yeah, we're just going to keep it there just because this is 3 grand. But this is the beautiful thing of this is this only happens on the first month. So this doesn't actually, it's not a staying, like it doesn't actually stay there. So we actually won't put it because you only pay a retainer on the first month if you were to have a closer. So you'll give him like $450 on the first month. You don't actually pay them for every month that the client stays on. So we're actually going to keep it. To be honest, I'm going to put this. I'm trying to think. Actually, we're going to kind of like ignore this for now. We're going to put 20% on marketing, right? So 20%, 5K.
What's
So
the sorry, I'll let you finish your thought.
yeah. So this is going to be variable. All right. So you need to be allocating either in commissions or salary 5K to a growth team or marketing efforts, and then 6.25K. This may even be greater. This might be 10K, and then this might be 5K, right? I would even say 10K a month, and then marketing. Because if you have this marketing going and you also have a good fulfillment, you can even sell for your own self. You don't need to be paying anyone here. Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah, why did you make the closer variable?
Because I was about to put like 12%, but the thing is, a closer only gets a commission on the first month. When this 50K a month coming in is coming from retained clients. Some of them may be new clients. So this guy will only get paid when there is a new client coming in, not from all the clients that you've had. So you actually have better margins than this case, right?
Yeah.
Now, what we need to figure out is how is the actual operations looking? So just remind me of the offer again. So the offer is content plus conversion mechanism, right? Maybe like appointment setting, correct?
Community.
Plus community.
So yeah, content, community.
Plus,
I don't know if it's appointment setting or they do it, but yeah, let's just plan for the worst case.
Yeah. So content conversion, right? Yeah. And I think if you're maybe like working with Muhiz, I think he also does webinars, correct?
Right.
Okay, cool. So here's the offer. All right. Now the team is going to look something like this. So we need, just you like the founder here. And then we need marketing. We're going to need sales. We're going to need fulfillment or just operations. I'll just put ops. And then, of course, there is other things like, finance, all that good stuff, all that jazz. Finance, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's also kind of like another role, which is like systems and all that good stuff. But I think for now, things should be good. So to make a 50K a month thing, you need to dial in mainly these brackets. Sales needs to be all in. Operation needs to be good. This can kind of like come later. It won't really be much work. You just use one credit card, one bank account, and just track everything like that. Now, marketing, you're going to need a few people. So you're going to need appointment setters, right? That's just crucial. I'll just delete this for now. So we need appointment setters. We'll kind of also reverse engineer the actual numbers. We're also going to need kind of like attention at scale, or like how can I say it? Maybe buying audiences or attention. Right? So these are like kind of like two things we need here. And then we need I mean, you may also potentially need like a team lead, but for now we don't really have the budget to do that, so we're just going to be keeping it like this. So closer, operations, you're going to need, so we definitely need editors. Someone you pay, let's say $500 a month. You're going to need a creative director for sure. And then you're going to need, like this. You're going to need like a client success onboarding specialist. What else would you need here? Let me just try to figure out.
Who's the guy who's the person that oh yeah, I guess we need the person that handles front end with the client, relationship with the client.
Yeah, he's gonna be like this guy. Like, so yeah, this person is like, because with 16 clients, it's not too many clients where it's like almost impossible to manage, but maybe you can have like, at first just start with one, really.
Yep.
So this is gonna be like also like a project manager, project manager. So this is like the guy. He's like going to be like your Hassam. Creative director. These are more on the back end. Now, you're probably also going to need, since you're going to do, let's focus on like the model that Muhiz has. If we really want to replace you from all fulfillment, you're probably going to need like a webinar builder or appointment setter manager. So someone who actually takes care of like conversion side of things. So what you need to do is you need a specialist for each single component of your offer. If there's webinar in the offer, you need a specialist. If there's someone who takes care of appointment setting and community, you need a specialist for this. And you need also a specialist for content. Content, we have the creative director. Appointment setting, we have kind of like, okay, let's just do it this way. We'll literally just separate it. And then we're going to need appointment setter manager, like an expert, who are going to take care of these and these components. So these guys consult and build strategy for each client that comes in, right? So now your operation is a bit more beefed up, and that's how you fulfill on 50K a month and more. Now, the beautiful thing is this operation can most likely also handle 100 grand a month type of volume.
We're missing a couple of VAs per client.
Meaning like the appointment setters?
Not just that. I guess maybe we can leverage them to do that too.
Well, what do VS for which activity?
I was thinking to keep the engagement in their community, that type of stuff.
But some of the clients will be doing, because this service, I mean, at 3K a month, you're doing way too much. I don't think you can help them build it. You can help them on the content and maybe help them build setters and manage the setters. But I think the content and like keeping engaged community could kind of, yeah, you could offer it. I don't mind, but
yeah, I see what you mean. So you're
you know
saying,
what I mean?
yeah. That's fine. I mean, they could pay for them. That's just $3 an hour. So who wants
Exactly. Yeah. So, but that's part of like the build and implement and release, not something you do internally, right? So maybe this guy can handle it, or whoever is taking care of the community build.
Yeah.
So this could also be like community build, right? we know that we need to spend 25 grand on all this, right? We definitely want to be spending at least 5K a month on the setters. The next thing is buying attention. The reason I put this here is because you may want to buy access to like groups. You may want to just spend a little bit to get access to a lot of more attention, right? You may even be running a little bit of ads, something not crazy. Just this closer thing, it could even just be you. I don't think.
You can just put some numbers just for me to be to
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, take some expectation for each one of
Let's
those.
just say,
And let's be conservative, so bump it up to whatever is not.
yeah, let's just say, because this closer is not going to be just fully on your account. Like he's just going to be like being part-time. And the goal, let's try to get him to make just 3 to 5K a month.
If we look at it on a monthly
Let's
basis,
just put 3K a month. Let's just put 3K a month. Okay. Let's just put.
Is the compensation per client or a month? Because if you, what if you only sign?
This is like the expected earnings, not money that comes in every month, right? So it's like maybe he takes maybe he generates you 5 new clients. Okay, let's hope he makes 3K a month.
And per client, what does it look like?
Per client is going to be like 10%, 12%.
Cool.
10 to 15%.
Cool.
So he gets 10 to 15. I would say let's do 15% per deal that closes. Yep. Which is around, let's say if we're doing 3K times 0.15, that's 420. He makes $420 for closed the deal. Okay. Now the editors for content is $500 a month. How many editors do we need for 16 clients? I don't know. Let's say each editor can handle 5 clients. So let's do 16 divided by 5. You need 3 people. So you need 3 editors, or let's put 4 editors in your company. Creative director.
That's $2,000 right there, right?
Yeah, $2,000. Creative director. At first, I need 1, right? And maybe he can kind of like, yeah, I think 1 client, 1. It should be good. Yeah, 1 that you're paying maybe like 2.5K a month, right? Client success onboarding specialist. If you really want to have a good talented person, maybe pay them 3K a month. And just start with 1 at first. Right? Webinar builder. Let's say maybe this guy may be more skilled. So you're paying him 4K a month. Appointment setter manager. Maybe this guy is kind of like the highest paid one because the most value is going to come from this skill set. Maybe it's 5K to 6K a month. Let's do the math and see if it adds up. So 6K, 10K, 13K, 15.5. And this is 2K. There we go. 17.5K. So 2K a month. So now your operation is costing you a total of 17.5K for fulfillment. Sales and marketing are costing you 8K. Now, this is what most people don't actually understand. A lot of people want to build 50K a month businesses, but they don't understand how much money needs to be spent to make that kind of money and to sustain that kind of success, right? So as an example, someone who has, you know, maybe the only thing they have is I have the desire to make I have the desire to make 50K a month, but the only thing they're doing is they have 2 VAs that are spending $1,000 a month. Like, come on, like it's just a bit, you know. And then this is 17,500 plus 8,000. exactly 25 grand.
How much you put on the buying attention? The buying attention, there's two portions to it, right? There's a one-off to basically boost the whole machine to take the train out of the station, and there's a recurring one to keep the train going.
Exactly. So this is like 25K, 25.5K a month to kind of like fulfill on 50K. Now, one thing I said is this structure, especially on the fulfillment and especially on the marketing, if you keep spending this type of budget on marketing, you're going to consistently add clients a month. So like you can just have this and still maintain a 50K a month business, right? But since you're consistently spending on acquisition, this 25K is gonna bring on, and then at some point 75K a month, and then 100K a month, right? Like for me, I don't spend that much. Maybe spend twice as much on acquisition, like 16 grand, like my growth team. And of course, if you include content and all that good stuff, but I don't spend a lot on acquisition right now. But what I do spend a lot on is operations, because most people think that this is the focus, but the focus is actually the thing that actually gets your clients results. Because if they get clients results, you keep the clients.
Yep.
Right. Now, is this too big of a is it too a bit bloated? Yeah, you can easily run a 50K a month offer off of like 15K on fulfillment easily, right? But the goal is not for us to do that. We don't want to be cheap. We want to actually serve people. To serve people, you need quality talent in your company. That's why I put 4K here. I put 6K a month. I put 3K. But these people could easily, you could find some that work for 2K. You could find one for 2K. You could even find this one for 2.5, right? But the goal is, let's find the best people.
Yeah, let's keep the talent high, because the quality of the service and the clients that I want to attract will be high too. So I'm
Exactly.
I totally don't want to be cheap. Absolutely not.
100%. Yeah. And we also have room for this monthly pricing, right? For me, if you take care of like my shorts, I have people, I'm paying 5K a month USD, and they're just doing shorts and editing my YouTube videos, right? And you're charging, and we put this at 3K, right? Now let's try to make this better and say that it's 5K USD times 16 clients. Now look at the math. 16K, 16 times 5K USD. You have $80,000 a month company. And guess what? It's still costing you 25 grand to fulfill and acquire this deal. That's how you have to think, right? And there we go. A 7-figure company running off of 26 grand a month on acquisition and fulfillment. And then you have your business, man. There you have your money, right? That's it. This is literally it. Now, your focus is, how can I spend this on this? How can I spend on this to make it easier for the appointment setters to have something? And how can the closers, you can even do your own closing, but I suggest you also find kind of like someone to take on this role, someone who's already closed the same deals that you're trying to close, just so that you don't have to learn it by yourself or waste energy. And the beautiful thing is, this guy, when you hire him, he's also going to come in and manage your own thing, right? So the thing you're doing for clients, you also are doing it for yourself, because you have the talent on your team to do it for others. So what that means is, you could be chilling on a beach, but because you have talent on your team, even the inputs for your own acquisition are 10 times better, because you have people who are smart, who are going to want to scale your company, because if they scale, they get paid. And maybe you give these people like a 5% profit share, and then they're going to be like, wow, I love working here because I'm actually valued, and things like that. So that's like, this is the math that most people don't look at, but this is everything. That's it.
Now, how do we? Now I have to put a work back schedule together, right? As far as where to find them, who to get first, how to sequence the whole thing from today. Today, who I have from this team, nobody.
Yeah. Well, right
So
now you're starting to work with Muhiz, so I wouldn't necessarily try to go
I agree.
automatically just go straight to building this.
I agree.
Now, what I would focus on is just marketing and sales for now,
Yeah.
and then slowly, editors. Muhiz has a group, has a group of editors that he can recommend, but other elsewhere could probably be Facebook groups or a place like Upwork, right, where you can hire from. So Upwork, for editors,
Yeah.
as well as and creative directors, or you can just also get referrals in the community. Client success onboarding. This is going to be a tricky one because you need someone with agency experience. So someone who's worked in a company. So I would also join creative agency groups. Literally go on Facebook, look up. We can do it right now. So let's do like creative agency, creative agency. Creative agency. Welcome to Creative Agencies. Group is built for specifically who want to simply scale. All right, cool. So I would literally join such a group, and I'll be like, hey, anybody has any access to anybody can refer me like a good creative director, or actually no, someone who has experience with agency creative experience. Yeah, creative agency, project managers, like all that good stuff, right? So creative agency, the reason why, because this is really kind of like more so aligned with creatives and appointment setting, but I would rather focus on someone who has experience with project management and creative stuff before I try to hire just any project manager. But you can also do, look for someone with a project management experience. I always lead with Facebook groups. I don't like to go on job boards. Webinar builder, same thing. Webinar funnels, Facebook group. Webinar marketing. There we go. Go here, find the experts, make a post, and be like, hey, I'm looking for someone to help me build funnels and webinars. And then the next thing is web appointment setter, manager, appointment setting groups, Facebook group. This is literally all you need to hire everyone here, and you're good to go. Appointment setters. So I think this would be the goal. You have one growth specialist to lead conversations and convert, right? And then you have 3 to 4 VAs that are costing you less than 2K a month, that are just sourcing leads and sending the first message plus follow-ups, right? And maybe this could be like 2 growth specialists, 2 GSs, right? That way, you can spend 2K on the main people and then 3K on one growth specialist or whatever. I think one growth specialist should be enough. Because the better you pay them, the more they stick, right? And the less the work, the less it's like hard work for them, the better it is for them to kind of like to just do their thing. They're gonna kind of like stick longer. And for a closer, just same thing, just a Facebook group of closers who have sold. You can even ask in the community, like, hey, anybody want to start taking my closing calls? That's it. But I would get an alignment on fulfillment first. Let's say like maybe leverage the fulfillment from Muhiz, and then I would just focus on getting this dialed in as soon as possible.
And as far as that's concerned, the most efficient way to go about it is just to do what everybody's doing. So look, essentially, I think Ben is really pushing hard on that stuff. Like look for growth specialists, just weed them out through the process and go
Yep.
through and go into that. There's no more efficient way to
Yep.
go. Okay.
Yep.
The VA is that easy. You guys can source that, I suppose.
Yeah, easy.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, man, this is it. This is it.
Now the Um, out of these folks here, who I want to say must anyways, the question was who must be the note that I have is local versus overseas, right? Because
Mm.
sometimes with the language, the culture, there could
Yeah.
be differences. Who here do you think could is the most sensitive? I think you said I guess the closer. I mean, everybody except especially the customer facing guys, right?
And everybody needs, you don't need nobody local, man. And it's probably where you're at. You're in what, Toronto? Near? Yeah, you won't find talent in Canada, man. Like, there's not nobody here in Canada,
Sorry,
man.
what I mean by local is more Western world, not
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that.
well, yeah.
Yeah,
Who could be?
US, Canada, UK,
Uh,
first world.
I don't think it matters because a lot of this skill set you can find them all over the world. Like I wouldn't even care where they're based. I would just care that they're based in a country where they can speak really good English, have experience. That's it. English, really good English and experience, regardless of where they're from. Now, of course, you're probably not going to want to hire like a client success onboarding specialist if they're like 12 hours ahead, they're in India or they're in Philippines. Yeah, you probably don't want that unless you really trust that person and they've kind of like grown with you. Like, let's say, like, like I have people from the Philippines who are actually front client facing, right? But it's because they've proven themselves.
Yeah.
But I think that shouldn't be your focus. It should be just, try to hire from London, the United States, even, somewhere in Eastern Europe. I think there's great talent, affordable talent. So
Okay, so the my game plan is I won't worry about fulfillment for now. I'm going to leverage Mohit and G Squad. Now the next step is really the VA is kind of fine. So the very next step, as in right now, is to start working on the growth specialist.
yep, 100%.
Right
And
now.
especially that Mohis has already proven the process. You should literally just try to 10x what he's doing and just do it for your own sourcing your own leads. And man, that's going to be so much easier. So literally focus on rebuild what Moise has done. So if you have more capital, that means that you are going to be more aggressive at generating and just getting more deals from your that you actually own.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I think was this good?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Yeah, especially seeing because what I'm usually interested in is not the result, but it's the thinking process, right? Because if I understand the thinking process, I know where I can tweak or why I should be tweaking or whatever the case may be. But if I just get the plan like you just laid out without any thinking process, I'll be missing a whole lot, if not everything. I'll try and copy and paste and but I appreciate definitely expertise. So it's dope, man.
Yeah, I think this was good. Do you mind if I take the first like 15 minutes and actually share within the community? Because I think this would be really valuable for a lot of people.
I'll send it right back to you the thing.
Perfect.
The video.
Awesome. Cool. Let me send you the link to this flowchart so you can have it. All right. Cool. Any last questions?
No, man. I gotta get to work right now. So I'm
Awesome,
good.
man. Let's go.
Appreciate you, man.
Awesome. Have a beautiful weekend, man. Bye bye.
Well. Bye bye.